Hello and welcome to why Dark Souls 3 is way better than all the other Dark Souls games. Let's just look at Dark Souls 2. No, let's not. Let's just throw it out. It's crap anyway. Nobody want to hear me talk about that. Instead, let me compare Dark Souls 3 to Dark Souls 1 in 4 simple topics. Here we go. Combat. In Dark Souls 3 a new mode of combat were added, which gave much more variety, and this is of course the new stances. And already here, Dark Souls 3 got the advantages to Dark Souls 1. And look, the enemies actually react to your hitting. They have some animations. Just look at this demon. Animation, animation, animation. It's cool. Look at Dark Souls 1. No animation. Just plain boring old hit. And the animation on your backstab and your parries look way better. Especially the blood effect. Just look at this comparison. In Dark Souls 1, the blood is black for some reason. In Dark Souls 3, it's at least red and it looks better. Just look at that parry. Ugh, that looked bad. Come on, Dark Souls 1. And in Dark Souls 3, you can also get a visual attack from kicking away the shield. And even on bigger monsters, by hitting the right spot on the enemy. And in Dark Souls 3, the enemies are way more complicated. They will actually attack each other. Just look at this. And in Dark Souls 1, it's way easier to circle strafe the enemy and get the backstab. While in Dark Souls 3, most enemies can actually counter this. So there is no doubt in my mind that the combat in Dark Souls 3 is way better than Dark Souls 1. And let's move on to the next topic. Bosses. Let's start with the tutorial boss. The first boss in Dark Souls 1 is easy. You just stomp down on his head, throw some firebombs, and then he's dead. How easy can it be? Whereas the first boss in Dark Souls 3, he's way better balanced. He's actually a challenge. Look, he even got 2 faces. It's way harder to deal with. Even though you can still throw firebombs at him, but he doesn't take as much damage as the first boss in Dark Souls 1. And a boss like Kralak, look at her. She got weird lava hitboxes. It doesn't make any sense. She's also fairly easy to just stay on the side of and hit without really getting punished. But when you look at such a boss as Pontiff Solomon, you actually get a challenge. You cannot just circle strafe him. You actually have to figure out a way to dodge all his attack. You cannot just stay passive. He will kill you. Not like Kralak. He's way harder. And the Taurus Demon, even though he got a pretty cool walk-in animation, he's still a joke. He's easy to judge. And you can even fall on his head to kill him without any problems. And you can still kill him even though you're too lazy to kill the archers. He's nothing like the Dancer of the Boreal Valley, who's actually a challenge and got some crazy attack. You really gotta learn her patterns to really be able to master her and kill her, especially on your first playthrough. And then we have bosses like Ornstein and Smo. They're really a tough enemy and comes at in the middle of the game. Kind of the hardest boss in the game. Why? That doesn't make any sense. They're hard to control. You have to be extremely patient, which isn't really true for any other bosses in the game. You can't trade hits even. So, Dark Souls 3 have a way better gang fight than Ornstein and Smo, which is of course the Abyss Watchers. Look, you actually have a chance in this gang boss because you can just wait for a third spawn to spawn. And yeah, even though you get down to low health, you still got a big chance to actually do something. You're not just going to get ganged all the time. Even though that was pretty close. Then we have such a boss as Pinwheel. As we all know Pinwheel, he is a big joke. And can really be taken on any level at any time. No problem. And so Dark Souls 3 have a way better designed boss fight, which is the Crystal Sage. It's kind of like Pinwheel, but just way better. You have a way better chance of killing it if you actually kill the clones. Way better design. And then we have the final boss. In Dark Souls 1 you can parry the final boss. What a joke. What a joke. And Dark Souls 3, he's way better. Even though he reminds me a lot of Gwyn from Dark Souls 1. He actually has multiple faces, a mage's face, a pyromancer face, a fae face. That's hard to say, but he got it. And he got an end face that's freaking tough. It's awesome. Good job, Dark Souls 3. Let's move on to the Names King. Clearly one of the Dark Souls 3's best bosses. And Dark Souls 1 doesn't really have a boss that compares to this, except in its DLC. But as Dark Souls 3 hasn't got any DLC yet, so we won't compare the DLCs yet. Maybe in another video. And let's continue with the Bed of Bullshit. The Bed of Bullshit is clearly the worst boss in any of these two games. I don't even need to explain how bad she is. Let's move on to Ceaseless Discharge, one of the most easily cheesable bosses in Dark Souls 1. It's just bad boss design and you can cheese it in multiple ways. Not only can you make him fall off, you can also just stand in a cave and hit him without any problems. Compare him to Yorm, who's also kind of a gimmicky boss fight, but at least he's a throwback to Demon Souls with the Storm Ruler. Who didn't want to use the Storm Ruler again? I don't know, I did indeed want to use it again, it was cool, and you can even kill him without using the Storm Ruler. There's also some very lazy boss fights in Dark Souls 1. There's the two reskins, both the red reskin of the Asylum Demon and the grey reskin, who is just beneath the first one. Whereas Dark Souls 3 only used one reskin, and that's the Champion Gundyr. And he is at least a pretty cool boss fight, and he shows how the first boss fight could have actually been extremely hard. In conclusion, Dark Souls 3 got better boss designs and a way better difficulty curve. They don't throw in the hardest boss in the middle of the game. Actually, the hardest boss is somewhat out of your way if you don't want to deal with him. Now let's move on to the next topic. Areas. Dark Souls 3 got way better areas than Dark Souls 1. I especially like the overviews over the next areas you get to. Just look at this area after the first boss. It's insane, and you can basically see most of the game from here. There's basically no place in Dark Souls 1 that compares to the might of such a castle as Lothric's Castle. Dark Souls 1 don't have as many great places. Look, this is Sen's Fortress. There's not really any good overview of it. But let's move on to one of the most legendary places in Dark Souls 1 and 3 now, Anor Londo. Look at how great it looks in Dark Souls 3. It even looks better than the place in Dark Souls 1, amazingly. But when you talk about areas in Dark Souls, you also have to talk about the difficult areas. And here we have Farron's Keep versus Blighttown. At Blighttown, you can basically run and roll pretty easily through. But in Farron's Keep, there's actually places where you really can run. You can just walk, and you can not really roll through it. But let's also talk about the lava effect. It really sucks in Dark Souls 1. Look at this. Whoa, it almost blinds you. And in Dark Souls 3, it's way better. They clearly fixed it. And when we talk about areas, let's also talk about the bullshit areas of Dark Souls 1. They are bullshit. But they kind of fixed it in Dark Souls 3, showed you how it's done. And while talking about areas in Dark Souls, let's also talk about NPC placements. In Dark Souls 3, all useful NPCs go back to Firelink Shrine and can help you from there. And you can also get ashes for the maiden to buy all the stuff you need. In Dark Souls 1, you had to travel around the world to get what you needed. If you wanted to upgrade your weapon, you had to go to Under of the Restorer or the Big Giant. And to buy the consumables you needed, you had to travel around the world and find them in the most obscure places. That concludes areas. Dark Souls 3 is a clear winner with way more beautiful areas than Dark Souls 1, and also way less bullshit. On to the next topic. Secrets. The Dark Souls games are of course known for all the secrets and all the secret areas. Now let's compare the different areas. Let's start off with the Archdragon's Peak. To get there you have to acquire a gesture called Path of the Dragon. And you then look off in the sky and you get flown or something to the Archdragon's Peak. It's awesome. Just look at this place, completely hidden away, but still one of the best areas in Dark Souls 3. It requires some huge balls by the game designers to hide away such a cool area. This of course isn't the only place they have done it. They were also hidden away the Dark Fireling Shrine and the Champion Gundyr fight behind a secret wall, which should be extremely significant to lore, at least I am told. They've also hidden away this cool demon place. You just have to break this bridge. It's an awesome way to hide a secret. But Dark Souls 1 also have these cool secret areas. For example, if you lay down in this nest, you will get flown back to the starting area. Lame. Come on, create a new area already. Of course, you have to figure out this secret to be able to get to the next secret I want to mention, which is the Painted World. But when you really look into it, what lore significance does this really have? I don't really think anyone knows. Hopefully. I almost forgot the next area because it's so well hidden. It is hidden behind 2 secret walls. Come on, Dark Souls, that's a bit too much. But granted, it's a very cool place with a very cool dragon. So in conclusion, even though Dark Souls 1 might have good secret areas, Dark Souls 3's areas are way more logical to find, although still very well hidden. I also believe that Dark Souls 3's secret areas are way more lore significant than Dark Souls 1's. And last but not least, Dark Souls 3's secret areas are also way more fleshed out than Dark Souls 1's. All of them have at least one boss, and Dragon Peak even have 2 bosses. And now on to the conclusion. In conclusion, Dark Souls 3 is a way better game than Dark Souls 1, because it got better difficulty curve, no terrible bosses. It's way more accessible for new player. It's way more convenient for players who have played Dark Souls a lot. The areas are way more fleshed out, especially the secret areas. So thank you for watching and subscribe. Comment with all your hate and dislikes down below. Hey, listen. Dark Souls 1 is better. Come and watch my video and learn why.